evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Maysville Board of Commissioners Thursday, November 13th to order. We will begin with our invocation. Reverend Burton.
Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this day that you have given us. And God, we just, God, thank you for the city of Maysville. God, we just pray that your hand would be upon this city and those that live here. God, may you bless those that are in our administration, and God, those that work for the city of Maysville, God, to help to keep us safe, God, to promote this city and for the good of all the citizens. And God, I just pray that, God, that you would give, God, our leaders wisdom and discernment as they lead in this meeting this evening. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Burton. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Here.
Mayor Cotterill?
Yes, ma'am.
City Manager Wallingford?
Here.
City Attorney Cottle?
Here.
Controller Wood?
Here.
HR Director Rose?
Here.
Project Coordinator Horde?
Here.
Public Works Director King?
Here.
Assistant Police Chief Conley?
Here.
Fire Chief Carpenter?
Here.
Utility Manager Spence?
Here.
Zoning Administrator Larger?
Here.
Building Inspector Fawcett?
Here.
Codes Officer Brooks?
Here.
Tourism Director Bailey?
Here.
Main Street Director Reese?
Here. Thank you, Lisa. Minutes of October 9th, 2025, and department reports.
I'll make a motion to accept those.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cotterill?
Yes, ma'am. Public announcements.
Mayor, Commissioners, I would like to take a second of your time to honor a couple employees. On September 22nd, 2025, we had some of our guys respond to a cardiac arrest at a local local business here in Maysville. And when they arrived there, they found a male in cardiac arrest, and they were able to do ALS interventions and actually save the guy's life. And he was transported to UK, and I saw him at Kroger's 3 days ago. So a good work for those 4 people involved. One's not here today, so I'd like to recognize him if that's okay.
Good.
So Nathan Lippert, Lacey Mitchell, and Cameron O'Hearn. Good job, guys.
And we also have a special presentation, Representative William Lawrence.
To stay in character, I'm still in my muck boots from today. Rick has been awarded, Rick Lawrence is here, if you'll come up. You have been awarded the Kentucky Colonel for your outstanding service to the state, to this community, though you maybe not grew up here, but we're so proud to have you here and all the work that you do. You've really become a big part of this community, so it's my honor to give you this today.
And Rick, I'd like to add to that, before, when Charles became mayor, we kind of got to know Rick, but all the different entities that you give time and energy to, and you don't just show up for that, whatever is needed. And I got to see that a little bit on the comprehensive plan. We had a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort and went to lots of meetings, but I don't think there were hardly any that Rick missed. But the thing that impressed me most of all was when the thick document came, we all kind of read our parts of what we contributed to, and Rick read it, made notes, and gave to UK. It was phenomenal. Thank you.
Mayor and Commissioners, if I may, I have a couple of correspondence here that I'd like to
read off to you a couple emails. One was sent to Chief Palmer. I hope this message finds you well. I want to take a moment to express my sincere appreciation for the professionalism and compassion I have observed from your officers within the Maysville Police Department. Their conduct reflects a deep commitment to both public safety and community care. I have had the opportunity to witness one of your officers in the past ensure that a patient received the necessary medication before being incarcerated. This thoughtful coordination helped the individual avoid withdrawal symptoms while in custody, an act of empathy and diligence that is unfortunately not something we often see. It was an impressive example of how law enforcement can play a critical role in supporting both health and safety in our community. Thank you again for your leadership and for fostering such a compassionate professional culture within your department. Warm regards, Jacob Lauver, Northern Kentucky Medical Clinic. And then the second email, I received this one, says, hello Matt, I am contacting you to let you know what an exemplary employee you have in Caitlin. My daughter had her wedding at the Cox Building a couple Saturdays ago, and as usually the case, we had some hiccups. Caitlin jumped in with both feet and took care of all of our needs, from helping with the wedding processional, dealing with the caterers who were hours late, fixing my dress for me, taking care of all of the dishes and cutlery, and much, much more. She and her staff went above and beyond to make my daughter's wedding day perfect. We wanted to do something to show our appreciation, and they informed us that they were not allowed to accept anything, so I just left, wanted to let you know how great they all were. Sincerely, Anita Boyd. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
Mayor, Commissioners, can I speak up on one event that we had on November 4th, if I may? So November 4th, just want to thank Sheriff Swalski and especially Sergeant Michael Reese with our department. There's a gentleman who is armed with a baseball bat who was intended to do damage to at least property, more than likely a person who was a protected party. She was a petitioner located on Sutton Street. And both these officers, Sheriff Swalski and Sergeant Reese, were able to respond. The subject was agitated, armed with a baseball bat, turned towards them and actually charged them. Both of them were able to use tasers and stop the incident. So just good equipment, good training, and thank goodness no deadly force use. So just a good job to both those guys.
Any other public announcements?
Yes.
Yes, George?
The Planning Commission has two noteworthy meetings coming up related to data centers. There are two public hearings in early December. The first is Wednesday, December 3rd at 5:30 at the Crockett Auditorium at MCPC. And it's a Q&A session with the county's third-party expert related to data centers in general. And also the Planning Commission asked for him to relay his opinion on the proposed data center text amendments. The second public hearing is the following week. It's a two-parter. It's on Tuesday, December 9th and Wednesday, December 10th, both at 5:30 in the Fields Auditorium at MCPC. That will be the public's opportunity to express themselves on the data center text amendment, zoning text amendment proposal. Furthermore, there is a public information, data center zoning public information page on the City of Maysville's website. You just go to the front page, and there's a link at the top that takes you to. That'll give you information on upcoming meetings, like the two I just mentioned, and also documents related to the data center zoning text amendment proposal.
Thank you, George. Yes?
One more, and, you know, far more interesting to anybody than the data center, but we have a new event this weekend. It is Art in the Library Park, and it's a big family event. They have all sorts of vendors and fun things for the kids, but it'll also showcase a lot of art from our area. Also, a lot of our merchants are having Christmas open houses this weekend. Speaking of our merchants, we have Small Business Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so support all your local businesses. And speaking of Christmas, the big parade is December 5th. Be there with literally Christmas bells on. And if I could have one more minute, because it involves everybody in this room. As you know, since the last time we met, we had the Mountain Workshops photography conference that was here in town. Very successful, people running around with cameras, video, all that, as you all know and saw for a week. They really, really embraced this town. But the thing I wanted to tell you was at the very end, way into the wee hours of the morning, they were all showing their projects at the Cox Building. And they had to, each student had to come up and say something that they learned or tell a little bit about their subject. And one young man, kid, they're all kids to me, but anyway, one young man got up and said, you know, I've really enjoyed being here in Maysville. From where I come from and from the things you see on TV and you hear all the time, people are just mad at each other all the time. And people are always, there's discourse and they don't get along and you just hear bad, bad, bad. And when, after a week in Maysville and seeing how nice people are to each other and how kind they are and how they help each other and how faith is important, he actually said, being in Maysville a week has given me hope for the future. So I thought you all should hear that.
Very good. Okay. Public comment. Yes.
Is this what I'm speaking into? Brian Hoppenstein, resident of the city of Maysville. A few weeks ago, I got a call about a lady who went to the hospital. Her name's Vicky, I don't know her last name. And she went to the hospital, and then from the hospital, she went to hospice, and from there, she passed. And she had 10 cats at her residence. And when they were taking her to the hospital, she asked the ambulance drivers and them to let the cats out. So she didn't know, she knew she was in bad shape, I think she had cancer. And so she let the cats out at least so they could use the bathroom and things like that. But the whole time she was in there, she was worried about these cats and stuff. And they called up the animal shelter, and the animal shelter referred them to Town and Country Animal Hospital, who agreed to euthanize all 10 for $200. She didn't want to do that, and she begged people to help in any kind of way possible. This may not seem like a city issue, but it is now, and I'll tell you why, or how. I went and checked on them, and when I did, I found this cat leaning up against the building with a Duke's mayonnaise jar on his head. It had given up. It was leaning, the jar, it was faced away from me. The other cats were all looking at me thinking, is mom coming home probably or whatever. They were all alert, running around, trash everywhere, eating out of the trash. But this cat was away from me, leaning against the building. I went over and got the mayonnaise jar off his head. Went under the building, he couldn't back out. I went and trapped him, and I got him out of there because there's nowhere around, nobody to help with these cats. So I got him out of there, and a lady volunteered to foster or help with this. Now I know that this, you know, some people may say, well, she's a volunteer, not a victim, but it's she doesn't have a lot of money. The person that died, I don't think had much money, and you know, and I'm not looking for an exact solution right now, but I don't know what we're going to. I mean, the animal shelter on the sign there's a cat on the sign, but the whole species has been kicked out. But can't take a cat there; they won't take cats. So as a city, what are we doing? What are we going to do? I went to DC last year for a week. I didn't see one cat. I saw 1,000 dogs or better, and they were all on leashes. Now I did see a few rats on the sidewalk, but I didn't see any cats. But if DC can do it, we can do it. Lexington takes care of their problem pretty well, and I'm not saying anybody's doing a bad job. I think there's a disconnect or something here. And y'all know, I've been begging for a new animal shelter or some more up-to-date stuff or whatever. You know, if the data center does come, I hope we get the animal shelter out of it. If he gives the animal shelter, bring 10 of them, because it hurts to watch. I mean, it's painful to watch. This lady's got these cats. She already has a few cats. She's the cat lady now for sure. But one of them just died, a little yellow one. I watched it, I even held it, it's dead now, and another one's sick. So, you know, I just don't know where to go or what to do, and maybe there isn't a solution. But I'm just presenting it to you. I've talked to Victor before, and Victor said it is a public health ordeal. These things transmit disease and, you know, and stuff. But y'all know they're everywhere. If you go anywhere, especially East End, a lot of times they're under the car, not to get the warmth off the engine, to hide from the dogs. That's why they're under the cars.
Thank
So I
you,
just want to
Brian.
present that to you to see if anybody wants to get a hold of me. I'm pretty easy to find to help with these kids, because they need shots, they need spayed and neutered. She doesn't want to let them out because they're going to multiply.
Thank you, Brian, for bringing
Thanks,
that to our
Brian.
attention. Appointments, Harry Lewis to the Codes Enforcement Board to expire on 2/10/26, and Christopher Wright to Industrial Development Authority, expire on 10/11/29.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Tommy Henderson?
My daughter's gonna speak on behalf of me and Automart and my rental properties in Maysville, Kentucky. So,
Victoria, if you come up here, right there, there's a mic right there, yeah. Yes, you can absolutely sit down.
Good evening, Commissioners, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Victoria Henderson, and I'm here as a resident and a small business owner who's directly been affected by some of the Water Department's current policies. First, the policy that allows for only one water bill adjustment per year. While I understand the need for accountability, this rule doesn't reflect real life. Leaks and plumbing issues don't happen on a schedule, unfortunately. Sometimes, despite fixing one issue, another leak occurs within the same year. This happened at one of our rental properties. We had 2 breaks within 4 months. And when that happens, homeowners are left with bills that don't accurately reflect their actual usage. We're not asking for handouts. We're asking for fairness and understanding. Many cities handle this by reviewing cases individually and using discretion when the circumstances clearly justify another adjustment. I believe that Maysville can do the same, especially when we're dealing with water breaks that are above ground and the water never makes it to the sewage plant. Secondly, the issue of property owners being charged a $200 deposit. Even though the city's own policy says that we are exempt, it's frustrating when residents take the time to read and follow the rules, only to find the policies not being applied as written. This is confusing and misleading. Do we have a policy that we follow, or do we not? I'll briefly share how these issues have personally affected our business. Our business, the one that my father built here in Maysville, Kentucky 20 years ago. The business that's helped lower income families, people on Social Security, and elderly residents find affordable vehicles so they can work, get to appointments, and stay here and live in Maysville. That business had its water shut off without a notice, without a phone call, for 20 days because of a water breakage dispute tied to a rental property that we own. During that time, I had to haul water into my business every single day just to keep things sanitary and safe so that we could continue operating. I have guys that work for me. They depend on me every week to feed their families. I have to be open. And I'd like to ask everyone here to take a moment and imagine this. What if you come into work tomorrow and there was no running water in this building? No water to wash your hands, no restroom, no coffee, no water fountain, nothing to clean with. Imagine going days, not minutes, trying to do your job like that. Now imagine doing that for 3 weeks while still trying to serve your community and stay in compliance. That's just what we had to do to keep our doors open. We've always tried to serve this community with honesty and heart, but that's hard to do when the very same system that's meant to support us, they're working against us. I'm not asking you guys for any favors. I'm just asking that we please review some of these changes. The one adjustment per year policy, the improper $200 deposits, and the way business accounts are handled when a different property has a problem. With just a few changes, Maysville can lead by example by showing fairness, compassion, and common sense to our residents and our local businesses. That's it, thank you.
Thank you, Victoria, and we'll go over all that stuff and be glad to talk about it. I appreciate you addressing us.
Thank you.
I have a question. About it now.
We can, sure, yeah, go ahead.
Ladies first.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Why was it shut down for, you say 20 days?
I don't have an answer for that.
And I will tell you that that's why I had Jeff.
This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why I had Jeff come out and see you on Monday. That was a mistake on our end, and I know he apologized to
He
you, and
did.
I apologized to you. We made a mistake there. In regards to the one water bill adjustment per year and the $200 deposits, I mean, those are both policy. I'll tell you why the $200 deposits in there, Victoria, is that if something happens, and Darren might be able to answer this better than I can, something happens at a property, whether it's my house and I leave and I have an outstanding water bill, that deposit would go towards that water bill to pay that. That's why that deposit there. And businesses have a different deposit, and restaurants have a even higher deposit. And there is state law that says that even for rental property, the landlord can charge the tenant a larger deposit, and that's totally up to the landlord. The one water bill adjustment, as far as I know, it's always been like that. I'm not saying that can't change, neither one of them can change, but we did look at the deposit, what was that? About 3 or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, about the deposit, when we did that. But as far as the one adjustment, I don't know where that came from. That's always been here for as long as I can remember. Darren, I don't know if there's anything you would add to that. Does that sound about right? Okay. But those are things we can definitely discuss. And Commissioner, did you have another question? I'm sorry.
I do, because
Yeah.
how many pieces of property do you own?
9.
None,
No,
so,
no,
That have water?
we own 13.
Yeah, but they're not on Maysville.
Well, there's someone's got water meters that ain't turned on.
In Maysville, between 9 and 13.
okay, so is that just one adjustment in your name, or is that one adjustment per piece of property?
Per piece of property.
So had this one
It was adjusted, yes,
before?
yes. I got the paper right here.
So was it the same problem that she was having?
I don't know what she's had
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
end.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it not fixed correctly?
Dad?
That's the question.
So on Lexington Extension, when the water was broke, and then we fixed it, and then a couple months later, the water company called us and said it had high usage. She's asking, was it not fixed properly?
It broke in the same spot again. We had tapped into old water lines coming off the street and brung it all new into the house. It took a second break right there, and it was bubbling on top of the ground. And there wasn't no tenant in the house. So
So
all
was-
that was just sewage,
Was
surface
that
water that didn't
from
go to
our
the plant.
part of the water line or your part of the water line?
It was on our side.
On your side?
But like I said, you know, it was it was a vacant home, and, it took that break twice within that 4-month period. And the only thing I ask, you know, as a fair citizen of the community, the water did not go to the plant, you know? And we all agreed, even the water man worked there, he seen a bubble, you know? And why are we paying, why are we taking money from the people for something that it didn't cost the city nothing? You know?
Tommy, how many times did you try to call me?
I did several.
My cell phone.
And
Darren,
I will
I
tell,
have called
one
her.
second. I will tell you this, that on an iPhone, there's a button on it that says record now. Well, my phone screen's been replaced, so my screen doesn't lock when it's up to my phone. So when I called your office to ask to speak to you, my cheek hit that button, and she said, so since you're recording me, we can no longer speak to you. So.
Okay, I mean, I never had no voicemails.
And I
I
still don't
never had
understand
nothing.
something, folks. That building was turned on in 2 meters by Tommy Henderson. 2 meters, it's a duplex. why does Automart LLC, I want this on the record, has anything to do with Tommy Henderson's rental properties?
Nothing. That's why I said nothing, and that was a mistake on our end, and we admit that.
Okay,
No.
that was gonna be my question.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
that was on
policy,
our end.
it's not policy or practice
No,
if
that
you
was on
have
our end.
a residence,
Correct.
if you have 4 residences, one of them
Correct.
has a bill, you don't shut
Correct.
off water to the other residences or
correct.
business.
That is correct.
That's not
It's an
policy
evil-
or
It's an
practice.
evil
Correct.
act, is what it is.
That's correct.
Straight up evil act. And if that's what's running this town, we need to get rid of the evil in it, because it's not good for the people. And I
So-
want that point, made clear.
Matt, I have a question.
Yeah.
On the policy that I was able to find online on the website, it states for the $200 deposit, which we don't mind to pay the deposit.
Yeah.
But what confused me is when I'm talking to the water company and she can't tell me where my deposits are. And I guess that's why the water got shut off in the first place, or do we know why the water got?
Deposits are escrowed into an account.
was used to help.
Yeah, the deposit was used, and then there was $124, I think, something
No,
like that
sir.
left.
No,
Is that
sir.
right? No?
No, sir, that's not
Okay,
correct.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not correct.
Okay,
The problem here was the deposit was never where the deposit was supposed to go. They could not find our deposit anywhere. I spent 39 minutes on hold at the water company trying to figure this out with Melinda. So the deposit, and then she's asking me if I ever paid a deposit, and I said, a deposit you have to pay.
yeah.
And then she's telling me you don't have to
Yeah,
pay.
because that's fairly new property.
Yeah, she's telling me
Yeah.
you don't have to pay deposits. So are we required to pay deposits or we're not? Because the policy is showing that if you own the property, you're exempt from
You-
that.
No, anything after, again, I don't have the ordinance in front of me, anything after a certain time, you had to pay a deposit. I think it was anything after 2020, I believe, is when that went into effect. Now, if you own the property and you had not paid a deposit.
I'm sorry, one question.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
You said anything after 2020.
I'm going off the top
Okay.
of my head,
So the
Victoria.
last thing that policy-wise that I could find on the website was 2019.
Okay.
So after that,
Yes, after that,
this
yeah.
isn't the current policy.
I'm sorry.
This isn't the current policy that's on the website.
It was amended in 2022. The amendment was if you own the property and you hadn't had a deposit, so you owned the property prior to 2019, so you didn't have to put a deposit, and you moved somewhere within the city limits and you were in good standing, you did not have to put a deposit down because you were kind of grandfathered in.
Okay.
That was the amendment, I think, in 22. If I'm not, I'm going off the top of my head.
No, that's fine. I just,
Sure.
I don't know where we find those policies at if they're not listed on the,
Yeah, they're in that's in the ordinance book.
in the ordinance book, but not on the Maysville City utility website, correct?
Okay.
Under policies, it's not on there.
Yeah, it's an ordinance, but that's something that we could have added to the website. That's not a problem. We can have that added. But yes, it
I mean, it
is.
would just help residents be able to, go to the website, look up policies and see
Sure.
what's true
Yeah,
and what's.
and we have had that in place, and yes, that's a good idea. Well, that's something that we could definitely do and put that on our website. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much.
I'm confused, why is the LLC, Tommy, why was you talking about the LLC in your rentals? Was all your water shut off?
I can't hear you, Ms. Brown, what now?
You was talking about LLC
Yes, ma'am.
and then your rental property.
It's LLC too.
Okay, so did they turn your water off in
It's
every
still
place?
going back to the building, the duplex, that broke the water line twice in 4 months. And still, one of the meters was still on. One of them, the apartment that broke twice was into a new lady's name now.
Okay.
We fixed it, remodeled, she rented it. I live on the left. It's in Tommy Henderson's name.
They
Instead
turn
of
your
just
water
going
on?
down there and shutting Tommy Henderson off, if you have a problem with me, why do you go to that LLC Automart and pull the plug on that village business that supports that family, supports 2 more people? Maybe just to get to me financially, I don't know, but that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and again, like I said, that should not have happened.
So are
And
you-
I
Now,
wish,
you're lucky I don't get a lawyer and sue you,
I get that. And I wish somebody would have called me.
you know?
when it
I
happened.
also tried to call you, Matt.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you
No,
and.
I got
and-
nothing.
And the manager of the utility,
Yeah,
the water
I had,
company.
because I would have absolutely called you back or answered the phone.
So,
Thank you so much.
I assume
Yes.
we've apologized.
Oh, yeah, that's what I sent Jeff out there on.
I'm
on
sorry.
Monday.
3
Yes.
days before the meeting, they turned it on, okay? 3 days.
Yeah,
And
I
Bramer,
sent him out there
I would
Monday.
like to address, we have not been apologized by whoever made the decision to turn our water off, which we still don't know who that was. I have a great idea, but I don't know who that is. But no, nobody's apologized other than Jeff,
Jeff, yeah, he's assistant utility manager.
which he did not make the decision to turn our water off. So whoever made that decision has not apologized.
Yeah, I don't think he would have done that on his
He
own.
didn't do that.
I know the man personally himself, he won't take that risk in his own hands. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Victoria,
Yes.
were they auto pay?
Yes, so Automart is on auto pay.
Uh-huh.
The residents are, the rental properties are not on auto pay. And the
Okay.
reason I don't put them on auto pay is because of when a tenant moves out, I put the water back in our name immediately so we can get cleaners to go in there and clean the property.
Yeah, but Auto Mart's on auto pay.
Yes, and the bill was paid.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appointment, Police Department.
This is a memo from Major Conley. Dear City Manager, Mayor Cotterill, and worthy commissioners, I am writing to formally recommend the promotion of Sergeant Zach Sutton to the rank of lieutenant with the Maysville Police Department. Sergeant Sutton has served our department with distinction for 20 years and has consistently demonstrated leadership, professionalism, and commitment to service that reflect the highest standards of our organization. During his tenure, Sergeant Sutton has served as a first-line supervisor for the past 10 years, has led the Maysville Police Department Emergency Response Team, has trained officers through field training officer program, has developed, implemented, leads the Maysville Police Department Honor Guard Team, has served as a supervisor of take-home fleet program, and has served as a supervisor for departmental training. He is widely respected by his peers and supervisors alike for his integrity, sound judgment, and ability to foster teamwork and accountability. Sergeant Sutton's extensive experience, proven leadership, and deep understanding of both departmental operations and community needs makes him exceptionally well qualified for this next level of responsibility. I am confident that he will continue to contribute significantly to the missions and goals of our department as a member of the command staff. It is therefore my recommendation that Sergeant Zach Sutton be promoted to the rank of lieutenant effective immediately. Thank you for your consideration of this recommendation. Please feel free to contact me should you require any additional information or insight regarding this proposal for promotion. Respectfully, Chris Conley.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Hoorah.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cotterill.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Oh, can I do that?
You probably earned it.
Yeah, I love it.
We might should do the oath of office first.
Okay, let's do the oath
Let's make it official. Come on
Okay.
up.
I'm gonna set those right there.
Do you, Isaac Sutton,
Zach. Different one.
Oops, wrong one.
solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the duties as a police officer and lieutenant for the city of Maysville according to law, and do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you being a citizen thereof, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending. Do you further solemnly swear that you will endeavor to do the best of your ability to detect and persecute all gamblers and others violating laws against gambling, so help you God?
I gotta get that changed. Anything else next year, I'm gonna-
so we'll see if she gets it right.
Okay, you.
You guys have earned it. I'm afraid.
Be
I'm
brave.
nervous. I
Be
don't think I
brave.
made her mad before we got, so. Yeah, you. I guess since you gave me life. Thank you. Thank you.
Zach.
Yes, sir. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You wanna give us a speed line? I'll give you a couple.
You're not for a loss for words.
I guess the first and foremost, number one, I wanna thank God, because if I didn't have God, I probably wouldn't be here in a lot of different aspects. Tony and Adam know that for certain, so, number two, I wanna thank all the men and women that I fought with, battled with over the years. Commissioner McKay's brother taught me a lot.
And you still got promoted.
So on and so forth. I go through and I become a little torn because I understand the sacrifices that I've made for 20 years. That all being said, it doesn't compare to what the sacrifices my family has made. You don't get Lieutenant Sutton without them. They sacrifice more than I do. Birthday parties, Christmases, everything in between, you know, they deserve the most credit. I'll leave you with this. Years ago, young Officer Sutton was out there. There was a Lieutenant Forge, and I told Lieutenant Forge, I said, I'll be the best decision you've ever made in your career if you hire me. And he kind of looked at me and thought, okay. And I said, you just gotta hire me to prove it. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
That's the first guy that ever pulled me over.
Not the last.
Just got my license.
Appointment police officer.
Dear City Manager, Mayor, and worthy Commissioners, I am writing to recommend the appointment of Isaac Sweet to serve as probationary police officer with the Maysville Police Department. Following a comprehensive selection process that included written and physical examinations, background investigations, interviews, and psychological and medical evaluations, Isaac Sweet has met or exceeded all standards required for employment as a police officer with our agency, as well as the peace officer professional standards set forth by the Kentucky Law Enforcement Council. Isaac was born in Fort Wayne, Indiana, but grew up in Maysville and is a 2019 graduate of Mason County High School. Isaac has been previously employed by the city of Maysville as summer help while in high school. He has also been employed at Carmoose and International Paper. He enjoys volunteering with Mason County basketball program, keeping stats for the game. Throughout the hiring process, Isaac Sweet demonstrated the character, work ethic, and interpersonal skills that align closely with the department's mission and core values. I am confident he will represent the city of Maysville in this department with professionalism and integrity. Therefore, I respectfully recommend that Isaac Sweet be approved for hire as probationary police officer for the city of Maysville. Respectfully, Chris Conley.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Isaac?
Isaac?
Come on up. Do you, Isaac Sweet, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky as long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the duties of, as a police officer for the city of Maysville, according to the law? And do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending? And do you further solemnly swear that you will endeavor to the best of your ability to detect and prosecute all gamblers and others violating the laws against gambling, so help you God? Welcome to the team.
Does Patrick get a free pass? Get out of jail free card. Congratulations, buddy. Be careful.
You got anything?
Patrick's buddy.
Well, I'm finally glad to be standing here. It's a pretty lengthy process to get to this spot. I want to thank Major Conley for what he's done in protecting forward. I think we'll trip from Moorhead with him, and I appreciate those guys throughout this. They made it real easy. I'm excited to be employed again by City of Maysville this time for the police department, but more so I'm excited for the opportunity to serve this community. Like I said, I grew up here. I love this place, and I can't wait to get started. So thank you guys.
Discussion, salary and insurance for elected officials.
So as we discussed back in September, we brought up salaries and benefits for elected officials. If you want to change how the salaries are for the mayor and the commissioners, you have to do that prior to the first Monday in May of an election year. And then that would not go into effect until January 1st of the following year. So you do have time. If there's something you all want to do, now benefits, insurance, that's totally different. You can say none or all, is that right? Correct. Either individually, you don't take it, or you have the option of whatever an employee is offered, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, does that make sense? You can waive it, say I don't want it, I don't want it, or you have the option of whatever, any other employee is offered.
Yeah, but we're not full-time.
And we don't offer
That's,
part-time benefits.
yeah, that is, but that's your all's designation. You guys individually have to determine if you are full-time or if you're part-time.
I was at a conference last week, and
Yeah,
a
what?
lot of Northern Kentucky people in Lexington, and none of them offer their commission benefits at all. None of them.
None of them did what?
None of them gets benefits, their commissioners or their magistrates.
Oh, okay,
That's
Yeah.
all in Northern Kentucky and Lexington.
okay.
Yeah, I would personally be in favor of not offering health insurance. That's employee and employer sponsored. But I think dental and vision is employee paid, 100%. So I think that's an important distinction to make.
You can waive the health and still take dental vision.
Yes, but it's not employer sponsored, is it? Like, there's not
Correct.
employer
You still have to
contribution.
be a full-time employee in
I
order
see.
to have that benefit.
I see. I mean, I would personally be in favor of doing away with the insurance option. For salary, I mean, no one up here is getting rich off of this, and I think it would only hurt people potentially filing for office. I'd like to see more people file for office, not fewer. And it wouldn't even take effect until
Right,
next year
correct.
anyway.
Yeah.
So we would be,
January 1 of 27.
so any
Robert.
decision made by this body would only impact maybe people who are coming into these very positions that we currently occupy.
Correct. And then that body, if, let's say, you know what, giggles, everybody changes, that body can change it as well.
Mm-hmm.
They could change
So
it
it's
back.
fluid. Yeah,
Yeah.
they could, David,
Okay.
yeah, they could. So with the salary, I think you would have to do an ordinance. With the benefits,
Just change your hours, that's all. So we've got your hours set up as your full time.
but that wouldn't, that could not take effect until January 1 of 27 because everybody's gone through open enrollment for 26.
So if we report.
Is that right, or is
if we
there?
report if they're part-time, right?
Oh,
Could
okay.
that be a qualifying
It
event?
could be, yeah.
Qualifying
If
event?
they go part-time. And all
The
that,
only
we-
thing is, there's the Affordable Care Act look-back period. So if you were considered full-time for the previous year, when you do that look-back period, then that makes you eligible for the benefits the following year.
But from what I'm getting, they don't want it, so.
It's eligible, but if they don't want it,
They don't.
They
have
should
it.
have waived it during open enrollment.
right,
then.
but we didn't have, we've gone past that point. So is there,
But because
as Robert said, could that be a qualifying event that, no?
No,
Okay.
because of the Affordable Care
Ah.
Act look-back period.
But you're saying they have to just because they've already done it, or they can just say, we
There,
don't want it?
there is a law that states that you have to do a look-back period for the previous year, so that would be 2025. So they were considered full-time in 2025, so that makes them eligible for the benefits in 26.
Just makes them eligible, they don't have to take it.
Right, makes them eligible, but they don't have to take it.
Which is always the case.
Right.
But I would
Yeah.
have to check, because
Okay.
with open enrollment,
If we change their
We can get-
hours, if we just change their hours.
What's,
even if you change the hours, that's still
it's that look
this
back period.
previous year,
It's
so
that
that
look
makes
back
them
period.
eligible.
That would get them off pension for sure, though.
And once you go in pension, you're in pension.
Oh, right, but if, like, somebody that's already working at another job, we still have to withhold, but to say, and she doesn't have a second job in the pension system, so we wouldn't have to withhold from that, right? Cause she's under as long as she's
Because
under 99
some
hours.
people waive the pension. You can waive the pension if you've never went into the pension.
But I'm
And we
saying-
do have some people that waive it. But say myself, I take a position, I'm already in it, then I continue to be in it. Or if I've already hired you and you're already contributing to the pension, then you're gonna continue with the
Even
pension.
if I'm working under 99 hours.
Yes.
How about we get you answers on the benefits for the December meeting, if that's okay?
Yeah.
And then you all can still, as again, you have plenty of time if you wanna act on the salary. You've got several, you got
Yeah.
4 or 5 months to do that. Does that sound good? Does anybody have anything else, any
Yeah.
other comments or questions?
No, I've waived my pension, haven't I? You don't, well, no, I don't, you don't take out of mine for pension, no. But I still believe, as Robert does, that,
Okay, so we'll get answers. I'm
Okay.
sorry, go ahead.
I don't do any of it because I already have it from my previous job. But when it comes down to whether we're full-time or part-time, we are definitely part-time. Within a week's time recently, I had to write 4 different presentations. 2 were short, one was 20 minutes, one was 40 minutes, and put together slides for those. I answered phones and emails, and all of that together still didn't come up to 30 hours. It's just, it's not right.
We'll get answers on the benefits, and we'll get back to you next month if that's okay for you.
thank you.
Anybody else? You got anybody else? Anything?
No.
Okay.
Discussion garbage service.
So, last year about this time, we entered into a 1-year contract with Rumpke for garbage service for 2025. If we are to get out of that, we have to give notice to them at least 30 days prior to December 31st. Now, I've been talking to the judge. He is in the landfill committee. They've been looking at a possible option for the county to take over the city's garbage service. And I don't, Vic, I don't know if you want to add anything. I don't know if, last I talked to him today, that has not been finalized. Anything, have you heard anything else? You got anything?
No, it did, he's waiting on a third party.
Okay.
And it just won't, it doesn't look like it's gonna be ready to go.
Okay.
So,
With that, Brittany McKenzie is here from Rumpke, and she's my main contact with them. She's wonderful. We've gone back and forth the past day or two, and if we go for a year, if we were to extend this for another year, it would be as it was in last year's contract, which the price currently is $16.63 per unit. It would go to $17.71 per unit. Now, I inquired if we could do a shorter term, like maybe 6 months, and she tells me that that is possible. Is that correct?
We would have to get a date and go back, and I would deal with the others.
would the current agreement still include a 30-day out?
We could include, we could include that, and obviously, as long as they agree to it.
Would the rate hold at the projected rate at 6 months
I think that's
versus a
what you
year?
told me. Wouldn't that rate hold of $17.71? Didn't you tell me yesterday that rate would hold and be the same?
It's for the year, not at the.
Oh, not at the 6 months, so that could be
Right, I still
different.
have to take that back.
Okay, that could be different.
It could be different.
Yeah.
It could be lower.
Yeah.
It's only half the time.
They have to look at everything because of employees, obviously.
Sure.
Have the position. It would be, they just have to look.
Okay. You guys tell me how you want me to proceed here, and I'll do whatever.
It doesn't sound like we're ready to make any other changes.
Vic, do you, 6 months? I mean, you think that's?
I feel we're just months away. I really do. Maybe 6 months, but as long as the 30-day option, I mean, if
Well, I'll
it's
tell you-
included opt out, I mean,
Right.
I don't have a problem. I don't think
Okay.
anybody would have a problem moving forward. We're just not ready, but I think it's looking good.
Okay.
The fact that the county would take over at a much lower rate.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Well, we
Yeah.
haven't had, not that I know of, problems with Rumpke. And
yeah.
I haven't really seen anything that makes me feel confident that that's gonna happen, so.
Why don't you guys let me
I feel
work with
better.
Brittany for the next week or so, cause we're right under crunch time.
Yeah.
And then, if, I'm gonna have to bring stuff back to you, cause you're gonna have to authorize an addendum to the contract. So we may be calling a special meeting towards the end of the month. Probably gonna have to do that anyway, because if we just if we go past the 30 days, then that contract automatically starts. So we would be with them for another year. Make sense?
with an option.
Yeah, we can always work, that's,
It's in the current.
it's in the current
But it's 30 days prior to the expiration date.
end of the
contract.
term. It says,
Yes.
yeah, Robert, it says end of the
Yeah.
term, so that would be included in the next year as well, correct?
So it'd be like.
Well, but you're gonna have to come up with another addendum anyway for a 2-year period or whatever, after next year, if we were to stay with you. Okay. Clear as mud? Okay, let me work with her and I will get back with you probably next week. And we may have to schedule something,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Thanks, Brittany.
Resolution authorizing statewide mutual aid agreement for emergency management, 25-52.
Resolution authorizing statewide emergency management mutual aid and assistance agreement, be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute a statewide emergency mutual aid and assistance agreement.
So moved?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing administrative service agreement with Buffalo Trace Ad for the Limestone Creek and Candy Creek Watershed Management Plan 25-53.
Resolution authorizing administrative service agreement with Buffalo Trace Area Development District for Limestone Creek and Kennedy Creek Watershed Management Plan. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the administrative service agreement with Buffalo Trace Area Development District for Limestone Creek and Kennedy Creek Watershed Management Plan.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing application for litter abatement grant 25-54.
Resolution authorizing application for litter abatement grant. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute an application for a litter abatement grant.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing engagement letter with Baldwin CPAs 25-55.
Resolution authorizing audit engagement letter with Baldwin CPAs PLLC. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to sign the audit engagement letter with Baldwin CPAs PLLC.
So moved.
Second discussion. How many consecutive years have we engaged with Baldwin for the audit?
Since 11.
Since 2011?
Yeah. No, since 2014. 11 consecutive years, Robert.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know this is coming from the audit committee, you know, and I may not be here next year, but I think we really need to look at a new auditor. Not that they're not doing a great job, but I think you have to audit the auditor after a time. I wouldn't go any more than 5 years with the same auditor.
Well, the problem is, I think there's a shortage. and
There
that's
is,
why-
yeah, there really is, yeah.
So they was telling us at the conference, if we wanted a new auditor by 27 to put the RFI out this spring.
Yeah, there's a good firm out of Louisville, that I used to use in Bowling Green, but it took me a while to get an auditor too. This is a complex audit with all the grants and everything, so I understand the difficulty. I just think we really need to try to procure a new firm.
There you go.
There you go.
Task.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree too.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for skid steer 25-56.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a skid steer. Whereas the City of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, skid steer. B, advertised on September 19, 2025. C, bid opening on October 13, 2025. Whereas the following price bids were received. Number one, Bobcat in Mount Orab, $56,288.95. Two, Wilson Equipment, Lexington, $53,200. Whereas the Public Works Director and City Manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Bobcat in Mount Orab as the best bid. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. One, the bid of Bobcat in Mount Orab for a skid steer in the sum of $56,288.95 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the City of Maysville. Two, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the City of Maysville.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing mayor to sign grant application for Mayslick's Waterline Project 25-57.
Resolution authorizing grant application for Maysville Waterline Project. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is authorized and directed to apply for a government resources accelerated needed transformation, otherwise known as grant, program of 2024 project application for up to $1,250,000 in grant program of 2024 funds with the Cabinet for Economic Development, authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Maysville to execute any documents which are deemed necessary by CED to carry out this project, and authorizing the authorized representative to act as the authorized correspondent for this project, permitting review and execution of all agreements and request of all disbursements related to the grant program of 2024. Whereas the city of Maysville desires to promote and carry out community development efforts on behalf of the residents of Maysville and Mason County by supporting the grant program of 2024 project. Whereas the city of Maysville is submitting or has submitted an application for the following federal grant program: Community Development Block Grant, with the intent to access federal grant resources that are in the public interest and for a public purpose, may seek funding assistance in preparing and or completing the application for federal resources. Whereas the city of Maysville recognizes the grant program of 2024 monies available to the city of Maysville for the purposes stated herein pursuant to KRS 147A.150 to 147A.166 impose certain obligations and responsibilities upon the entity and will require, among other things: 1, approval of a satisfactory application submitted to CED for approval; 2, proper registration to do business within the Commonwealth; and 3, other obligations of the entity in connection with receiving the grant program of 2024 monies for the purposes stated herein. Now therefore be it resolved this 13th day of November 2025 by the Maysville City Commission that a grant program of 2024 application on behalf of the city of Maysville for grant program of 2024 monies up to $1,250,000 for the Mayslick Waterline Upgrade and Replacement Project shall be submitted to CED. The city of Maysville shall provide such additional information and furnish such documentation as may be required, and the mayor shall act as the authorized correspondent for this project.
So moved. Yeah.
Did I get a second?
Andy did.
Roll call, please.
Yeah.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel,
Yes, ma'am, and
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank our representative for any help he can give us on this project.
If I get her, you better believe it'll be from April.
Yeah.
Resolution authorizing mayor's proclamation honoring local veterans, 25-58.
Resolution authorizing mayor's proclamation honoring local veterans. Whereas in 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the first Veterans Day proclamation call on our nation to pay appropriate homage to the veterans of all its wars who have contributed so much to the preservation of this nation. And whereas the words of that first proclamation still ring true, let us solemnly remember the sacrifices of all those who fought so valiantly on the sea, in the air, and on foreign shores to preserve our heritage of freedom, and let us reconsecrate ourselves to the task of promoting and enduring peace, so that their efforts shall not have been in vain. And whereas there are approximately 295,000 veterans in Kentucky and approximately 750 veterans in Maysville and Mason County who, by their continued devotion to the highest ideas of citizenship, constitute a foundation of both the strength and progress of this city and state. Whereas the Mason County Retired Senior and Volunteer Program will be having a Star-Spangled Celebration on Friday, November 14th, 2025 in the Fields Auditorium at Maysville Community and Technical College to honor the following veterans for their service: Stephen Grant Peterson, Teresa Riley, Richard Dick Beheimer, James Story, Rob Larkin, and Michael Palmer. Now therefore, the Board of Commissioners of the City of Maysville do hereby honor all veterans in Maysville and authorize the mayor to proclaim November 11 as Veterans Day in the City of Maysville, and encourage all citizens to observe with appropriate ceremonies and activities the sacrifices and contributions of our veterans who have fought for peace and defended democracy in our land and abroad.
Thank
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for service truck 25-59.
A resolution authorizing acceptance of bid for a service truck, whereas the city of Maysville advertised for bids in accordance with plans and specifications as follows. A, service truck. B, advertised October 17, 2025. C, bid opening November 3rd, 2025. Whereas the following acceptably priced bids were received. 1, Cadet Company LLC, $69,898. 2, Wilson Equipment Lexington. There's 2 bids from them, $67,444 and $69,837. 3, Greenbrier Automotive Group, $61,477. Whereas the utility director and city manager have recommended the acceptance of the bid of Greenbrier Automotive Group as the best and lowest bid. Now therefore, be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky as follows. 1, the bid of Greenbrier Automotive Group for a service truck in the sum of $61,477 for the subject purchase described above is hereby accepted on behalf of the city of Maysville. 2, the mayor is hereby authorized and directed forthwith to execute all contractual documents necessary or appropriate to effectuate acceptance of said bid and to consummate the contract on behalf of the city of Maysville.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing acceptance of deed for 641 Germantown Road, 25-60.
Resolution authorizing acceptance of 641 Germantown Road. Be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute a consideration statement on a deed from Richard Thomas Haggard to the city of Maysville, conveying 641 Germantown Road for no monetary consideration.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution supporting the restoration of the Limestone Creek, 25-61.
Resolution in support of revitalization of Limestone Creek. Whereas Limestone Creek is a historically significant landmark to the city of Maysville and the state of Kentucky, given the creek's importance to the early development of Maysville as a foremost river port city along the Ohio River. Whereas Limestone Creek represents tremendous potential for outdoor recreation and beautification, therefore positively contributing to the quality of life of all residents and will spur additional investment in downtown Maysville, thus positively impacting the region's tourism, economic development, and reinvestment. Whereas Limestone Creek's revitalization will serve as a symbol of Maysville's vitality, standing as a welcoming entryway into Maysville as a city of promise, culture, and unbounded potential. Whereas Limestone Creek is an important element to our local ecology, providing habitats for local fish and wildlife. Whereas Limestone Creek can be reimagined into a green space that is clean and more in alignment with our community's public health goals. Whereas Limestone Creek's revitalization has gained significant attention and efforts by local citizens who believe in our future while honoring our past. Therefore, be it resolved that the city of Maysville greatly supports the revitalization of Limestone Creek, including advocacy to state, federal, and private agencies for funding support. Additionally, the city of Maysville will support volunteerism efforts to clean Limestone Creek to make it more conducive to revitalization efforts while bringing positive attention to the project.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing contract with KEG for Lexington and Union Streets waterline replacement 2562.
Resolution authorizing contract with Kentucky Engineering Group PLLC for Lexington Street and Union Street Waterline Replacement Project. Be it resolved by the city of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute a contract with the Kentucky Engineering Group PLLC for the Lexington Street and Union Street waterline replacement project in the total amount of $108,000.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance adding Code of Ordinances, Chapter 242, Long-Term Public-Private Partnerships, 25-09.
An ordinance amending Title 23, Business Regulations to add a regulation dealing with long-term public-private partnerships. Summary. This ordinance amends Title 23, Business Regulations to give the Board of Commissioners the ability to vote on whether or not to accept and/or enter into public-private partnerships, taking into consideration the cost and benefits associated with the project.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Did you read the entire ordinance, Kelly, as printed?
I can.
Oh, so you just read a summarized version?
I just read the summary. When we amend or add to an
Gotcha.
existing ordinance, we usually just read it by summary.
But it's the same one that we received?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
But I'm happy it's not that long.
No, that's okay. We have it here. Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Closed session pursuant to KRS 61.8101F, discussion which might lead to the appointment of an individual employee.
I'll make that one.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel? Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
I know you did mine.
Everybody can leave but Major. You hang tight.
back.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Appointment of dispatcher.
Dear City Manager, Mayor, and worthy Commissioners, I am writing to recommend the hiring of Serenity Blevins as telecommunicator with the Maysville Police Department. Following a comprehensive selection process that locally at our agency, Serenity Blevins has met or exceeded all standards required for employment as a telecommunicator with our agency. Furthermore, she has met or exceeded all standards set forth by the Department of Criminal Justice Training. Serenity is originally from Bracken County and is a 2021 Augusta Independent High School graduate. Serenity furthered her education at Morehead State University, graduating that institution in 2024 with a bachelor's degree in criminology. Following, Serenity attended the Public Safety Dispatch Academy at the Department of Criminal Justice Training, attaining telecommunicator certification. She has worked the past year as dispatcher in Madison County, Kentucky. Throughout the hiring process, Serenity Blevins has demonstrated the character, work ethic, and interpersonal skills that align closely with the department's mission and core values. I am confident that she will represent the city of Maysville and this department with professionalism and integrity. Therefore, I respectfully recommend that Serenity Blevins be approved for hire as a telecommunicator for the Maysville Police Department. Respectfully, Chris Conley.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
She would be here tonight as well, but she is currently working and didn't wanna call off and have somebody. So,
Sounds like you guys do.
Is there anything else to come before
No,
this
ma'am.
board?
That's all I have for you.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartmel?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?